Wait, so am I live? I think I'm live. Let me. Hey everyone, this is Kevin, the Apptrepreneur. As I set up my video over here so I can better respond to comments from everyone. I guess we'll talk about tonight's live stream a little bit for the one person watching and for the people in the future who might watch. So you see the title, and yeah, we're gonna be talking about that a little bit. It's probably not exactly what you think it's gonna be, just to give you a heads up. But I want to be a little transparent about my feelings about what's been going on in life recently. Before we do that, we're obviously gonna give people a chance to come in. So, hey, Boosted 914, Steven, Ruben, of course, Katie's here. Mitchell, Ruben, and Ryan. All you guys, welcome. So, anyway, the way that tonight's program is going to work is, yeah, it's not as clickbaity as it sounds. Although, just to assure everyone, yes, there are videos tomorrow, and there will be videos for the rest of the week. But it's well, and I'll talk about that later because I want more people to come here. Before we do though, I do want to talk about one little story that I don't know if anyone here is actually going to be interested in this, but according to Time magazine, the Uber price hike with the jump bikes, well, guess what? That's not really working out so well for them. So, according to Time, when Jump's bright red bike started appearing on the streets of San Chessel was relieved. His lengthy commute from the hills of Oakland to his tech company's San Francisco office involved driving to the subway, sitting for 40 minutes, and then walking a mile to his office. Once the jump bikes appeared, he could use his phone to unlock one outside his subway stop and ride it the rest of the way. The electric motor assisted bike gave him a push up the hill to his office, and at $2 for a 30-minute ride, they didn't add significantly to the cost of the commute. Which you're going to be seeing like tomorrow's video, that there is issues with pretty much giving free. So, that should be like a red flag. But in time, Jump, which is owned by Uber, suddenly raised its prices, instantly doubling the cost of Chesel's ride. He stopped using the shared bikes, dusted off an old bike from his garage, and started bringing it on the subway and riding it that last mile to work. For now, I'm back to riding my own bike and happier for it, says Chesel42. Well, in all fairness to Chesel, at least he's saying that. I've known some people who, like, when prices go up, it's like, oh, great, I'm back to walking. I'm back to riding a bike. Like, I'm back to using my own car. And it's like, it sounds very, well, there's a word for it, but I'll hold back on that word. Sounds very self-entitled, though, I guess. I didn't hold back on that. I just said it. So there you go. Jump's price increases were part of a larger trend across the sharing economy. On-demand have been significantly subsidized by investors as a means of attracting users with low prices. Hey, Mark, how you doing? But as companies like Uber and Lyft go public and face shareholder pressure to make money, these subsidies are ending. That means consumers are now being asked to pay what it actually costs companies to provide them with shareable bikes, scooters, and rides. Yep, exactly. So the amount that venture people's lives right now is much higher than people realize, says Sam Koros, an analyst with the investment firm ARK Invest. Lyft, which acquired Jump rival Motivate last year, said in its earnings call Wednesday it had begun charging customers more for car rides in June in select routes and cities. We believe these price adjustments reflect an industry trend. No, it's not an industry trend. It's what the product's actually worth. So, there you go. Uber, meanwhile, said Thursday that it lost $5.4 billion in the last quarter, and that its revenue grew only 14%, the slowest. Well, we already went over all that. So, on Uber's earnings call Thursday, CEO Dara Khosrowshahi said the company was going to focus on improving its bottom line. As a service, we have pricing power, he said, meaning he believes Uber can safely raise its prices over time without losing too many customers. Well, they should, in theory, and yet one of the difficulties with ride sharing in general, of course, is that, well, uh, how should I put? Every time they do that, they go to the other one. Boy, we've got Mike in here too. We've got Mark. We've got Mike. We just need Cecily, and then it's like an unofficial reunion. Um, I'm definitely. But commuters say that sharing bikes, scooters, and other rides isn't as appealing when the costs go up. If I had my own scooter, I'd be riding a lot more, says Andre McPherson, a 25-year-old Indianapolis resident. She says she loved to use the shared electric scooters from companies like Lime and Bird scattered around town. When those companies raised their prices, though, she started looking into buying her own scooter to save the $6 trip she was spending. McPherson also used to charge Lime scooters in her apartment to earn a little extra money, but eventually the incentives for that got too low as well. So, hey, Dustin. So, I'm going to wrap this story up soon, and then I'm going to talk about what everyone's clearly here to hear me talk about. And this is actually a fairly long article, so, and you're already getting the point. So now my nose is itching, so sorry about that. But commuters say that sharing bikes, scooters, and other rides aren't as appealing when the costs go up. So okay, I think I read that already. Let's see here. The sharing economy was pitched as a way for consumers to give up owning things, cars, bikes, scooters, clothes, vacation homes, and even books and movies, and to share them instead. It quickly caught on. Consumers eschewed buying cars for taking Ubers and Lyfts, switched to shared electric bikes or scooters for their commutes, and even signed up for platforms like Rent the Runway and Litote that allow them to borrow clothes and send them back, freeing up space in the closet. It's there you have it. So yeah, so I kind of predicted this when I announced that. Well, I didn't announce. I reported that in that was in a way clickbait, because I knew when I titled a video like Uber raises prices, and it was about the bike prices going up, which people seem to really hate, by the way. I knew what I was doing, but yeah, I in that video I said that this would cause people to not want to use it as much anymore, and I was pretty much right. So anyway, let me open up the comments over here so that I can talk about what's going on here. Because admittingly, the headline for this video might seem fairly clickbaitish, but it's not exactly clickbaitish. We are gonna anyway, what's Mike, just to let you know, Ruben's comments, I don't think that was directed at me. I think that was directed at GPC TV 02, which in all fairness, he's going to he's going to be like a pretty prime example of what's going on right now. So as you are probably aware, if you've been watching my channel the last few days, I've been suffering from depression, and it got really bad this week. It got bad enough where one day Katie actually had to come to the house, and she had to pretty much get me out of. She had to get me out of bed. I hadn't eaten the previous day. I wasn't eating that day. I hadn't left the house. I pretty much had just stayed in bed. I got out of bed long enough just to make a couple videos, but if you watch those videos, they clearly don't have the passion in them that they used to. I was pretty feeling pretty down, and it was just getting bad. And there's a lot of reason with what's going on. It's not wedding day jitters, believe it or not. I'm actually pretty excited about getting married. I really am. And Katie's wonderful. And judging by the way that she pretty much she takes care of me. She really does, and she's wonderful. So I'm looking forward to marrying Katie. But there's other things in my life that have been difficult. I'm taking on some extra work outside of the channel that would take away time from this channel. For that matter, I'm going to be honest, but for a good 2.5 weeks, I would say, I was actually bleeding subscribers. I don't know why. It could have been like a number of reasons. Maybe I shared a political opinion that wasn't popular. It's possible. Um, Maybe the news just wasn't good. Um, Maybe it's just the fact that, Dustin, Mark's, their channels are just better than mine in general. And people maybe finally realize that. I don't know exactly what it was. But I was starting to bleed subscribers and I didn't know why. And then I got so many comments. Like, for some reason, the comments just picked up how many people were saying, we're unsubscribing, you got to do this, or unsubscribing, you got to do this, or you're unsubscribing. And I actually stopped reading the comments, which, believe it or not, kind of depressed me a little bit because I actually like interacting with you guys. I do answer as many emails as I can. I've actually called people. Some people have sent me stories, and I've actually called them personally um, to find out more info. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're actually calling me?" It's like, and so I like interacting with people. So for the first time since I can remember starting this channel, I didn't want to interact with anyone. I didn't want to interact with anyone, so I wasn't, and it was kind of bumming me out, to be honest. And then I just found my appetite being lost. I'm not hurting financially right now, but we're getting near the end of the wedding, so that means okay, you're spending $2,000 on rings, and you got to pay this for the dance lessons, and you got to pay this for the thank you cards. So it's like you just start seeing money that you save go away. There's so many things going. I woke up one day. There were a couple videos I did, and they did very poorly in the numbers, and the numbers have been going down for a while. They've been going down for a while, and frustratingly, I was kind of like, maybe I should take a break. But thanks for the super chat, Joe. Take a drink to your kindness. And how should I put? Where was I? So I actually was like, maybe I need to walk away from this for a bit. Maybe I need to take a break until I enjoy doing it again. Here's the thing the reason I really haven't taken a break is because, well, I've actually got sponsors, which, in the grand scheme of things, when I look at my channel compared to everyone else, I really needed to, at that point, count my blessings. Like, well, you have sponsors. Not a lot of people can say that. The problem with sponsors, well, is that when you're going through this period, you want to take a break, you can't, because the sponsors obviously expect you to upload videos. So I have been continuing to upload videos, because they've been great to me, and I don't want to let them down. But it's been like pulling teeth, honestly, to upload videos recently. It really has been. And I think it's showing too. I think it's showing that that I'm maybe getting burnt out. The depression is probably back. I am seeing it. Just someone asked me. I am seeing a doctor on Tuesday, actually, to talk about this. I don't normally like being on medications, but I've been on antidepressants for most of my life because, unfortunately, one of the aspects of having Asperger's syndrome means that you're just more sustainable to depression. Your brain's wired differently, so that I'm going to talk to a doctor about that. And here's the interesting thing about doing a video like this. You have people like this guy. And by the way, I know he doesn't like me. I know he. I know there's a lot of people who he doesn't like. He obviously doesn't like anyone here. But since he thinks the channel should end, and he has made it clear he finds no value. Oh, he's already been hidden. Well, thank you. Thank you, Steven. um, where was I? Where was I? Anyway, I'm going to be seeing the doctor about this, and I'm sure that there's going to be some people watching this video who don't like me, who have their own YouTube channels, and they're going to they'll make their own videos talking about how I should quit, and they're going to highlight all the reasons why I'm a terrible person, stuff like that. But the trolls really can get you a while if you interact with your audience as much as I do, and they see I'm struggling. This is where the depression's starting to kick in a little. My thoughts, my focus a little bit more. But I've decided, at the very least, I'm not going to commit to ending the channel. However, I am going to commit. Thank you, George. I'll drink. Thank you so much. I think after some thought and discussion, the best way to move forward for the time being, I think I'm going to have to streamline the videos a little bit. So, I am still exercising. We kind of had like a small period of downtime, but I did like a 3-mile walk today, so 3.5-mile walk today. So here's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to streamline the channel, and that does mean you're going to get less videos. You're not going to get a morning video on Saturday or Sunday anymore. I mean, Saturday you haven't really gotten one for a while, but there's going to be no video Saturday whatsoever. On Sunday, there will be the live stream, and that will be the only video on Sunday. On weekdays, there's going to now be one video a day, with the exception of Monday, because there's 2 sponsors on that day. That doesn't mean there won't be 2 videos. However, if there is a second video, it's going to go on the Apptrepreneur Vlogs channel. That might seem counterproductive, but I'm trying to grow that channel as well, so this might be the way to do it. Take the second topic, put it on the other channel. That might be the way to do it. If there's not a second video on that channel, then it'll probably be because I'm going to be doing a video on my main channel, which I've been enjoying making. I did like a video about the Sonic movie on my other channel, and it's gotten over 4,000 views so far, and I enjoyed making that. And so I might make more video thoughts, movie thoughts channels on my Kevin T. Rodriguez channel. The one thing I wanted to kind of avoid with the Apptrepreneur channel, I was kind of starting to branch it out a little bit because, frankly, people... And they wanted me to talk about other things, and I wanted to talk about other things. Here's the frustrating thing about fans sometimes. I think sometimes the feedback from the fans... I sometimes don't know if the fans know what they want. And I don't want to throw anyone in particular under the bus, but there have been people who said, you talk too negatively about Uber. You should be more positive. So once in a while, I will say something positive about Uber. And then they complain when I say something nice about Uber. They say you should do... The roommate just came home. They say you should make other videos aside than just Uber. And then when you make those videos, they complain because it's not Uber, and they don't watch them. And then, of course, there's like that whole stock situation where it's like I bought 1 share of Uber stock, was completely upfront that I was going to be buying it, explained why I was buying it, and yet I lost how many subscribers over that stock? admittingly, it did accomplish what I expected. The amount of comments that said, "Who are you to talk about Uber? You don't even drive anymore." They did go down pretty much to non-existent. So, there was some fun. But like, whenever people give me feedback, they want to come from the channel. Um, they either complain about me for doing it or they don't watch the videos, which that's fine. You clearly can't please everyone. Um, but it's yeah. Um, and Dustin has even like said like, well, why don't you do some videos where you comment on like dash cam footage stuff? And I might. I've done that a couple times already, and they were hit videos for sure. Um, but I don't know. I kind of I don't really feel like stepping on his toes, to be honest. I don't want to be. I kind of like that I'm doing my own thing, like successful doing what he does because he's good at doing it, and I've been successful doing what I do because I'm fairly good at doing this. So I don't want to be like copying anyone per se. Uh, so I mean, who knows? It might become a feature. Who knows? It's not like it's not worth talking about at all on the channel. I definitely have that freedom. I don't know. It's just there's like another Uber tuber who has made his living off people by basically copying what we do and doing a really bad job at it. I'm not gonna name names, but you know, uh, it's like, oh, see, I lost my train of thought. But I look at the comments on that person's channel, and people really do not like that person. And it's like I want to avoid, like, I don't want to be the guy who just copies other people's channels. So I'd rather be doing my own thing. And it's a huge it's a huge blow to your confidence when you're doing your own thing and you see the no, those are Blu-rays. I mean, there's a couple VHS tapes back there, but they're Blu-rays. But um, how should I put this? See, I'm losing. I'm losing. Bottom line is I I like being unique. I like doing what I do, and I don't want to be copying other people, like especially when they do it so much better than I do. Um, so I might do one reaction video just to. I've already now got an idea of um no, it's not about money, Alex. It's not. No, I mean, look, if you can donate if you want, but I'm not going to put a figure on what would cost. I will probably stay. I will more than likely stay. I have actually built something here, which is something not a lot of people can say on YouTube. The reason I titled the video the way I did was because I have had thoughts about ending the channel. And in fact, one of the Uber tubers who was in this channel right now um, actually was texting with me. I don't want to out them just in case I don't want anyone to know. But they I forgot how the texting got started, but they happened to text me on like the day where I was like at the lowest of lowest, and I told them I'm thinking of quitting. So someone here knows that I was seriously considering it. Um, but at the same time, I do love doing YouTube, and I love doing a little too much to just leave. So for the next few weeks, you're gonna see a pared down version of the channel. Except for Monday, where there will be two videos, you will probably see one video. It's likely going to be an Uber video. If there's a second video, it's going to be on the Apptrepreneur vlogs or Kevin T. Rodriguez channels. I am filming a couple of videos in advance, so like during the wedding, I will talk to my sponsors and say the wedding week, I want that week off. I don't want anything going up. Although something might go up because if any of my the Uber tubers that I invited to the wedding actually come, we might arrange something where they can live stream the first dance, and we can maybe talk about that if they decide to come, and that would be the only thing. But otherwise, I want to take that week off, and on the honeymoon, um, all those videos that I've been preparing, the different kinds of videos I've been making will be uploaded while I'm on the honeymoon. Having a lot of fun in Hawaii. Doing things with my wife that has been nice, which is usually fun, I hear. So so yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is all Dustin's fault. I'm reading the comments. Yeah, it's all Dustin's fault this is happening. That's what he gets for being way more successful and taking my viewers or something like that. But yeah, so I have made 3 of 5 videos that are not news related. They're going to be like a different type of video. They're going to go up during the honeymoon. It also give like me a chance, everyone a chance to see different types of videos that maybe we can work on. And then I'm hoping that with those 2 weeks combined, even if they're a little separated, and maybe some medication from the doctor, I don't know. Maybe I can kind of get the fire back a little bit. So, uh, yeah, that's the plan right now. And wait, is Dustin leaving? Oh yeah, he is leaving. So what do you know? Uh, so, all right, good night, Dustin. Um, yeah, and YouTube burnout. I'm thinking part of it's YouTube burnout. It's a lot harder to do this than it looks. I'm reading the news every day. I'm usually has like 7 or 9 stories. I got to pick 2 or 3 to talk about the next day. Then I got to record them and upload them and edit them. And in fact, when I end this live stream, which is not going to go nearly as long as it normally goes, but like it's going to probably end in 5 minutes. Um, then it just takes a lot of time. So the bottom line is I've thought about ending the channel. It's not going to happen, obviously. Um, you know, I like doing it. A lot of you guys like hearing from me, which I appreciate. I might have gone through a patch where it's like it seemed like every single comment was negative. And by the way, I assume I'm predicting that that after this video is processed and everything, so uh, you know, how should I put this? I assume there's going to be like a lot of comments below, like that are very nasty and celebrating that I'm struggling and probably encouraging me to quit the channel. There might even be another UberTuber out there who makes a video and says, "Yeah, I think you should really end the channel because he just doesn't like me." I guess maybe 2 will do that. So schedule for the immediate future um, is going to be 6 videos a week. Well, 7, I guess, if you include a live stream. Um, there'll be a live stream on Sunday. There'll be 2 videos on Monday and 1 video Tuesday through Friday. There's going to be no morning videos on Saturday and Sunday. The winning week, we will have a week off. If it gets bad enough, I might take a break. I'll email the sponsors and say, hey, oh, Randy's in the house. Awesome. I might email the sponsors and say, hey, I just need like a break. So I just need to take some time to myself. And yeah, we'll kind of take it from there. Although Randy, it's a shame. The revenue is not the issue. It's depression. It's heavy depression right now. So I want to thank you all for joining me. We're probably going to end this live stream now. I just I no problem. No problem. I understand. This so well, I'm going to kind of take this one step at a time. I'm gonna try to take it one step at a time. Take care of myself. And will. So if there's less videos that and depression's real, guys. Depression is absolutely real. So if you're ever feeling down, just yeah, get help however you can. Like I said, I'm going to be I'm going to the doctor's Tuesday, and thank goodness because it might have gotten bad enough where I was in bed all weekend, but she won't let me. She forced me to eat and get out that day, so and that helped a lot. So anyway, we're going to end here. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, I talked to Randy. I talked to most of the UberTuber fan. Well, I know he's doing cars now, but yeah, I've I've talked to him, and he's a good guy. Mark's a good guy. Dustin's a good guy. Hopefully, I'll see some of them at the wedding if they're available. So, but I'm definitely going to find a way to slow down the workload and work in a couple breaks through the next month. So, month and a half, something like that. So, anyway, thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for liking, for commenting. Thank you for sharing, for everything. And I will. Yeah, I think we'll see each other again. I mean, you'll see me at least tomorrow. I do have tomorrow's videos more or less in the can. So I'm now going to sit down. I'm going to play some video games or something. Maybe I'll play Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. It's funny. We just got someone got us the Sega Genesis 50 game collection for Xbox One for a wedding gift. I mean, yeah, I mean technically it was on the gift registry, but I didn't think anyone would actually get it for us. That was kind of a joke. But but we have awesome friends. So anyway, for anyone who missed anything, who's coming in now, missed anything, I'm gonna end it in a moment. You can start at the beginning. I think around the 8-minute part is when we start talking about everything. Once again, thank you for joining us, and flame responsibly. Have a good one.